because you don't have.
Hi everyone, thanks Joybella. You all welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you, Rosie and Bella, for the welcome. Yeah, I'm ready. Good evening, people. This is Caroline Atieno. I'm a third year student at JQuat, taking real estate. Well, I'm a life enthusiast and I'm also passionate about mental health. And I'm delighted and elated that today we are going to talk about handling and managing suicide in the society. Kindly feel free to talk about anything, just ask any questions because we are all here to learn, and I'm hoping that this session is going to be as educative and as interactive as possible. Hey Bella, well, just to answer that question, I'd say that what we lack in this generation is patience. Patience in the sense that we compete with everyone, forgetting that there are those peers that are going to make it before us, and there are also those that we're going to make before them. We look at people and they have everything they've ever wanted in life, but we don't look at the process, the tragedies, the scars they had to secure. I mean, the problems they had to face to be where they are currently. We don't want to go through the process to get to where we want to really be. You get. But you see, I want to say that it is very okay to fail in our finances because we are not the first people. It is okay to fail in our businesses, well, because we're just humans and we're trying. It is okay to fail in relationships. It is okay, I mean, it is okay to be incapacitated because we are just here and we're all trying. You get. Yeah, so I don't see if we are that badly off from changing and making ourselves better people, accepting our situations and being contented that this is life and life can give you anything. It will serve you something you didn't order, but you have to feed on it. You have to eat it because you don't have an option. I hope I've answered your question, Bella. Well, suicide is the intentional and voluntary act of taking one's life or causing one's death. Now, for the causes of suicide in our society today, well, there are so very many. I'll just name but a few. Okay, I'll name the few common ones, the ones that we can all relate to, the ones that at least we have seen in our society. Yeah, so the first one is a history of mental disorders. Well, it is said that about 90% of those that commit suicide have had a background of mental disorder. Probably it could be a depression or bipolar, anxiety issues. Yeah, and the risk factor for these specific cause is between 47 to 74% of all the death causes. I mean, of all the suicide causes. The second one is substance abuse. Well, we can all relate to that. Bangi, alcohol, anything that is going to alter how we think, how we operate, how we see things is highly likely to change how we view and how we're going to make decisions. Yeah, so we get that most of these people, actually, when you get to a suicide scene, you'll find that most of the victims had maybe alcohol, or probably they were smoking or stoning, so that they don't feel the pain. Okay, that is the essence, that is the reason behind that. And whenever, for those that have been high, for those that use alcohol, you can testify to the fact that whenever you're on effect, you're very impulsive, you're very irrational. Anything that crosses your mind, you want to put it into action. So say if you're annoyed and you're hiding behind the substance, anything that will come to your mind that might seem to take away your pain, you'll automatically resort to do that. And most of the time it could be suicide. The third reason, or the third cause, could be previous suicide attempts. It could be that this specific victim had tried to commit suicide before but failed. So they resort to finally do it. Say if the situation is too bad or they can't take it anymore, so they just commit suicide. Personality characteristics. We must appreciate that we are all different. Everyone is unique, and the way I'm going to handle an issue is different from how Bella, how Shadrach, how Rosie will handle the same issue. Msia Kinikanyaga, for example, probably I'll want to repay, or I'll want the person to apologize, but maybe Rosie will just forgive and walk away. Probably Shadrach will just assume, you know. Yeah. Another reason is family factors. Lack of communication in the family can also lead to so much contemplation, so much thinking amongst the family members, and probably if it's a secret that is only known to a few family members, then it could lead to paranoia when another member who didn't know about it eventually finds out about the same. The sixth cause could be specific life event. When you're used to a smooth running of events in your life, and then suddenly just boom, things change. It could come as a surprise to many, and one could just resort to suicide so that they end what they term as pain through suicide. And then the seventh cause, I want to term it as contagion imitation. Well, contagion imitation is you try to copy what you see from either others or someone who is older than you, or what you see on social media. You want to practice it. You'd be like, if this person was going through so much and they decided to take their own life, then how different am I? It's just contagious imitation. Yeah. And the last reason, okay, not really the last, but another reason is availability of means to commit suicide. Maybe you're just in a tricky situation, but you find that where you are there's a knife. You just decide that, what if I just stab myself to death, or what if I just hang myself in this lonely room alone, because anyway there's no one here. The only thing I want to do is end my pain. You get? Yeah. So, well, all those are reasons. Financial reasons, just studies. There are just so many causes of suicide in the society today. Yeah. And in case you're feeling, or in case you get yourself in any situation that you can't handle, the best thing to do is seek medical attention. See a therapist, talk to your friend, talk to a family member, talk to someone who is understanding. Call just a random person and tell them your problem, because these random people, they don't judge. You get? They don't know you that much, so there's no way they're going to understand. When you talk about things, and it's always say that a problem half shared, a problem shared with the right person is a problem half solved. It could be a problem solved forever. You get? When you talk, it comes out. Yeah. Okay, there is also another form of suicide I didn't talk about. It's called parasuicide. Parasuicide is just an attempt. When you try to commit suicide, but committing suicide is not your intention. You just want people to panic. Unataka, like, you're just an alarmist, and like you could cut you could slash your wrist, or you could just have a single stab somewhere that you're not going to die. Yeah. It's just an attempt of suicide. I hope that's understood.
Okay, my beautiful guests, and in that point, let's say I'm married with my husband. We're in the house. We're in a marriage. Yet I can't know if my partner thinks about suicide or wants to commit suicide. How will I get to understand that this person is not? As you can find some people or some cases whereby you get that they have children in the house, must care like, no, I didn't know that mom was in the kitchen, dad was in the bedroom, or I didn't know that mom went outside. You see, how can we get to understand? Also, in a relationship or in a marriage, finding as in this sign is really hard, because you just wake up finding that someone is murdered. It's already suicidal after that part, whereby they didn't quarrel, they were happy yesterday, yes, but at last she's not there or he's not there. How do we get to understand this?
Well, Rosie, it's very difficult to know when someone is about to take their own lives because most of them tend to hide. But from the simple and their daily routines, in case of any change, you can just note that. And any abnormal behavior, you can be cautious to also note that. Well, the most common indicator normally is threats. Maybe you just have a simple argument, then someone is like, if you do this, then I'm going to take my life. If this happens, then I'll obviously take my life. When it gets to that point, then you should get worried, and you should know that this person, these are just symptoms, and we need to be cautious. Yeah, now to one person, like to yourself, how to know that you might commit suicide is through your thoughts. If you're constantly having suicidal thoughts, like you're thinking on how to end your own life, then you should see a therapist. I think I've tried.
Thank you very much, my dear. I'm underlining the word threats, then in bold, in caps. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, our guest. I have this question. How can we prevent suicidal acts also in Africa? Are there preventive measures? Because obviously it's hard, but how can we? Kindly please, if there is any, I really appreciate.
When we come together, we can do the following to help in suicide prevention in our society. First of all, we can strengthen the economic support because most of the cases of suicide, they find that these people committed suicide because of financial constraints and all that. And then we can also strengthen access and delivery of suicide care. There should be availability, that is ready service of suicide care, just in case someone has a problem or you think someone is about to commit suicide. You can report that as soon as possible so that they can be attended to quickly and easily. Then we can also create a protective environment whereby the little materials and just anything that can make someone think of suicide is removed from their surroundings. We can also promote connectedness, like what you're doing currently, having unashamed conversations about suicide so that it doesn't look like a taboo. Everyone feels comfortable and free to talk about their situations. We can teach coping and problem solving skills. When someone is having an issue, they don't just resort to suicide because, well, there are other better means to solve their problems. We can also identify and support those people that are at risk. When you identify that your friend or someone close to you is having suicidal thoughts or they're about to commit suicide, we can support such people. We can also lessen and prevent future suicide cases, well, by talking about it, by doing things that enhance a protective environment, just like I had said before. We can also reduce gender-based violence. Well, just like I had said, physical pain can also lead to suicide because they like that's the only way to hide or to take away their pain. We can also reduce substance intake. I had said that bang, alcohol, cigarettes alter how we feel, how we behave, how we think. If we reduce substance intake, then suicide would be reduced. We could also improve the reporting. Attempts might report a case, but nothing is done about it. But you see, if we improve our systems, then things will be better.
And suicidal acts more than women. And to our guests, I have like 2 questions to ask you. How can someone predict suicidal acts? And in that case, currently men take part in suicidal acts more than women currently. So how do you go about that, or how can you explain that? Because men are prone to kill themselves just like that rather than women. Kindly please.
And to your questions, Rosie, indicators that someone is thinking about suicide. One, you can observe their behaviors. If it's someone close to you and you know how they behave normally, you can observe some changes or abnormal behaviors developing. And then there's also changes in the sleeping patterns. They ain't easy in their sleep, or if they used not to sleep much, they are now oversleeping, or if they used to sleep much, now they're restless in their sleeps. And then changes in eating habits and eating patterns. A stressed person or someone who is thinking about suicide or someone who is not settled might even take a whole day without eating. for their own reasons, of course. Then another reason, another indicator is accessing lethal means. You could notice that this person is always having, say, pen knives. They are always in closed rooms alone with sharp objects, you know. Yeah, the other indicator is emotional distance. They distance themselves from their families, friends. Another indicator is physical pain. Well, normally people want to run away from pain, of course. Yeah, so one could just take their own lives so that they could end their pain. Well, you can notice, or you can just see these indicators in yourself or in other people. I think I'm clear about that. Now, about men committing suicide, about more men committing suicide compared to the ladies, I think it's because the society has a notion already for the men. The society has portrayed the male figure as the strong gender. It has portrayed them as people that are not allowed to break down. They're the people that are not even allowed to cry. You know how our society is. Like they should always be there. They're not supposed to have any emotional breakdown, and that's why whenever they're in situations that they feel they are going to look weak before the society, they resort to suicide. Yeah, I hope I have answered your question. Just in case of any clarification, I'm still here.
Thanks for your answer to our guest. Okay, Auntie Bella, back to you. As we're winding up, I'm more than grateful having you tonight and to our guests. I myself have learned a lot tonight, and what I'm praying for is for God to bless you for that and to grant you wisdom and knowledge in what you're doing. And to my fellow host, Joy Bella, you're really awesome, dear. I'm more than grateful having you as my colleague. And to Shadrach, we're more than grateful giving us this opportunity once more. And all regards to Kenya Beauty. To our audience, this was awesome. I'm more than grateful for your cooperation. May you all be blessed.